Deep inside the vast and ancient emerald forest, a place untouched by time, lived a young wolf named Cairo. He wasn't the largest or the strongest of his kin. In fact, Cairo was noticeably smaller than the other pups, often found on the sidelines. But while his frame might have been slight, his eyes held a fire, a brilliant spark of curiosity and spirit that refused to be dimmed. While the older, more seasoned wolves would practice their hunting skills by the shimmering river, their powerful forms moving with synchronized grace, Cairo would be lost in his own world. He'd chase the delicate dance of butterflies, his paws light on the mossy ground, finding joy in the forest's quietest miracles. The air was filled with a sense of peace, the warm sunlight filtering through the canopy, casting a gentle, golden glow on the serene pack. But the forest, like life itself, is ever-changing. One evening, a shadow fell over the tranquil woods. The sky, once a brilliant canvas of blue and gold, turned a bruised shade of gray. The wind began to whisper through the leaves, not with its usual gentle caress, but with an urgent, ominous tone. The ancient trees seemed to bend and murmur warnings to one another. Soon, the distant rumble of thunder echoed through the mountains, a deep guttural sound that shook the very ground. Instinct took over. The pack, sensing the impending danger, scrambled for the safety of their ancestral caves. Paws thudded against the earth in a frantic race against the coming storm. But as the others ran, Cairo froze. His ears twitched, catching a sound that was almost lost in the wind's rising howl. A faint, desperate cry for help. Through the increasingly heavy downpour, Cairo followed the sound, his small body pushing against the wind. There, caught helplessly in the thorny embrace of a tangled thicket, was a tiny bird. Its feathers were soaked and matted, its small body trembling violently from fear and cold. Its wings were pinned, useless against the unforgiving branches. Cairo's heart hammered against his ribs. He cast a quick, hopeful glance back toward the path, but his pack was gone, having vanished into the dark safety of the caves, leaving him utterly alone in the face of the raging storm. Every primal instinct screamed at him to run, to seek shelter, to save himself. But a deeper, quieter voice within him, a voice of compassion, urged him to stay. He made his decision. With a resolve that defied his size, Cairo carefully approached the trapped bird. The rain was now a torrential sheet, and flashes of lightning illuminated the scene in stark, dramatic bursts. The world seemed to slow down as he gently but firmly gripped the imprisoning branch between his teeth. With a determined wrench of his head, he snapped it, freeing the fragile creature. Now, a new obstacle loomed before them. The once placid river had transformed into a roaring, churning monster, swollen and wild with the storm's fury. To get the bird to a safe, dry place, he had to cross it. One misstep, one moment of hesitation, and the raging current would sweep him away, lost forever to its depths. Taking a deep breath, he stepped into the torrent, the cold water shocking his system. Waves crashed against his small frame, trying to pull him under. He slipped on a slick rock, his head dipping beneath the surface. But he pushed back up, his jaw clenched, never loosening his gentle hold on the tiny bird. He fought against the river's might with every ounce of his strength. As dawn broke, the storm finally exhausted its fury. A profound silence settled over the forest, broken only by the gentle dripping of water from the leaves. The world felt washed clean, reborn. The little bird, now safe and dry, fluttered from his side, circling his head in a gesture of gratitude before perching on a high branch and filling the morning air with a sweet, triumphant song. Cairo stood there, alone, soaked to the bone, muddy, and trembling from the ordeal. But he had done it. He had faced the storm, faced his fear, and stood firm when no one else would. A new light filled his eyes, not just from the rising sun, but from a strength he never knew he possessed. When Cairo finally made his way back to the den, the pack gathered around him, but their gazes were different now. They didn't see the small, playful pup from yesterday. They saw a wolf who had faced the heart of the storm and returned. They saw a quiet, undeniable bravery. In their silent, respectful circle, they acknowledged his spirit. Even the alpha wolf, the pack's powerful leader, dipped his head in a rare sign of deep respect. Cairo had learned a profound truth in the heart of that storm. True strength is unfound in the size of the pack or the might of the hunt. It's found in the quiet, unwavering courage to stand alone and do what is right. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content that inspires the heart.